proper way to open and close these little nucleuses is just get yourself either a scraper or a dinner fork, and you can slide that screen up and down. Now it's open, and the bees have free flight. Do that if you're not going to install the nuke right away. You can leave it like this next to where it's going to be installed for up to a week. Don't let it go any longer than that. Try to get it in. And then if you need to close it to move it to a different location after dark, simply slide the screen back down, close the little entrance, and now the nuke is ready to move. Now let's install it. Knock the bees off the top. Just a little bit of smoke. Generally, we try to get the outside frames full of feed for you. This one's got a lot of eggs and young larvae on the inside, and honey and pollen on the outside. Very gently lifting and pulling away with the frame so you don't roll the queen. Here's your queen marked. Every year it'll be a different color. The bees start to get a little flighty, just give them a small amount of smoke to keep them in the hive where you want them. We'll keep these three real solid frames of brood together in the center. I'm going to slide this frame over next to the brood, and this is a frame that's going to have a lot of feed on it. If it has a lot of brood, you don't necessarily want to separate it, but this is mostly feed, pollen and nectar. That's all there is to it. Nuke's installed. Now you'd put a feeder on there, or you could put a feeder inside. If you were going to use an internal feeder, you would simply leave two of these frames of foundation out and install your cap and ladder feeder, or you can put your cover back on. You can feed, if you've got a cover like this, that'll accommodate a mason jar, a canning jar. You could invert a jar over that for feeding. You wouldn't want the screen there, of course. This is just for transportation and ventilation while this gentleman moves his bees. But I prefer and recommend either top feeding or internal feeding. I'm not a big fan of the Boardman feeders. It's too difficult for the bees to defend, especially with a nuke or a package, the entrance and that feeder. And ants can be a problem there at the entrance also.